Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into something that's been a growing concern in the gaming community. Why Warhammer 40k and Magic the Gathering are pay to win, and why you should seriously think twice before supporting them. Let's break it all down. First, let's define what pay to win really means. Pay to win is a gaming model where players can gain an unfair advantage by spending money. It's not about skill, strategy, or gameplay. It's about who can drop the most cash. You get the best stuff, the strongest cards, the most powerful armies, just because you've got the wallet to back it up. And unfortunately, both Warhammer 40k and Magic the Gathering have fallen into this trap. Let's kick things off with Warhammer 40k, the iconic miniatures wargame. At its core, Warhammer is supposed to be about strategy, creativity, and assembling awesome little miniatures. But here's the thing. The moment you start diving deeper, you'll realize you're not just battling on the tabletop, you're battling your wallet. Warhammer 40k has become a serious pay-to-win game. The constant release of new miniatures, units, and factions with a completely unnecessary power creep means that if you don't have the latest models, you have a huge disadvantage. And it's not just about buying an army and hoping for the best. The game's meta shifts over time, and if you don't have the most recent overpowered units, you basically can't even play at all. These miniatures can cost hundreds of dollars, and to make it worse, Games Workshop doesn't just sell you an army. They make sure you need more pieces, more units, more upgrades, and want to stay competitive in a tournament? Better open up that wallet, because the game's designed around those who can afford the latest releases. Even the rules, the codex, you have to pay for. Even D&D doesn't do that. To double down on the rules, even the rules in the game often favor newer releases. So you go buy the newer codex, and it's going to support the newer armies. They're going to be the ones getting the buffs. So instead of rewarding skill, it's literally rewarding your bank account. The result? Competitive play becomes a money race, not a battle of strategy. Next up, Magic the Gathering, one of the oldest and most beloved collectible card games. Here's the problem. Magic is leaning heavily into the pay-to-win model, and it's worse because it's built around it. It has a long history of rare, expensive cards that create a massive gap between players who can afford them and those who can't. From the Power 9 to the most recent sets, the game constantly introduces cards that must be acquired if you want to stay relevant in the competitive scene. Now, I know some people argue that skill matters, and it does, to an extent. When the game's meta is constantly shifting based around new, super strong cards, the real question becomes, are you playing the game or is your wallet playing for you? Unfortunately, just new art and mechanics isn't enough to convince consumers to buy their cards anymore. Unless they introduce power creep into every set, they just won't sell enough packs to those who frivolously purchase them. Magic's economy is designed for you to keep spending. Sure, you can open packs and get lucky, but for serious players, buying singles or chasing after specific cards can cost a fortune. The value of cards fluctuates, and those who are willing to drop thousands of dollars are the ones who dominate the competitive scene. This makes it nearly impossible for casual players to compete, unless they've got a bank account to match. When you're forced to constantly buy new models or cards to stay competitive, it alienates new players and makes it hard for casual fans to enjoy the game. It becomes a game for the wealthy or dedicated investors, not everyone. It also kills the joy of discovery. Instead of exploring new strategies and combos, you're often just chasing the next best thing, spending more and more money to stay relevant and just play whatever's meta. So what can you do about it? The most important thing is awareness. Realize that the games are operating with a pay-to-win structure, and that isn't healthy for the community. Look for alternatives that put skill over spending. There are plenty of fantastic games out there that don't require you to spend hundreds of dollars to stay competitive. Remember, it's up to us, the gaming community, to recognize this and think twice before we continue supporting these models. Thanks for watching. If you agree, or if you disagree, drop a comment below. Let's have a discussion. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on gaming, reviews, and deep dives into your favorite franchises. See you next time.